In this video, I'm going to show you how to do basic turning on the lathe. I'm going to use aluminum since it's easier to machine. I'm going to show you how to dial in the diameter that you need and to make sure you get a good finish. The first step is to secure your workpiece in your jaws and indicate it in with the dial indicator to make sure it is concentric with your spindle. The next step is to move your carriage inward until your tool is just touching your workpiece. I'm going to move the tool to just touching the workpiece. Once I feel that it's just touching the workpiece, I'm going to move the carriage over to just to the right of the workpiece. Now I'm going to move the cross slide in just 0.02 of an inch. Now I'm going to put some lubrication on the workpiece. I'm going to turn the lathe on and activate the auto feed so it'll move at a steady pace as it moves along the workpiece. This is the first rough pass on the aluminum. After I have done the first rough pass, I'm going to measure the diameter of my workpiece. I can see that it's at 0.978 or so. For this tutorial, I'm going to get it down to 0.95. I'm going to pretend that's the target diameter. Since I know my target diameter is 0.95 and it just measured it at 0.978, I'm going to move my dial in 0.02 of an inch. I wanted to point out that these marks on the cross slide represent diameter. They are not radius. So if you want to reduce the diameter of your workpiece by 0.02 of an inch, you only move it one of these marks. The cross slide is actually moving just half that. For the second pass, I'm going to apply my lubrication. I'm going to start the lathe and move in, and once I reach the end of my cut, I'm going to turn the lathe off. Then I'm going to back out the carriage so the tool is removed from the workpiece and slide it over. This is so it doesn't create these markings. Now that I've completed my second pass, I'm going to measure the diameter and see how close we got. Right now I'm at 0.97, but I still need to go 20 thousandths more. For this third path, I'm going to move it in a full 10 thousandths. I'm going to apply my oil. I'm going to turn the lathe on and turn on the power feed, and this is a much deeper cut than we've done so far, so the chips will be much bigger. Now I'm going to measure the diameter of the workpiece. This is after the third pass, and it came at 0.961, right where we wanted it to be. So now we only need 10 more thousandths to reach our target diameter of 0.95. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the dial in 10 more thousandths to try to reach 0.95. We won't reach it exactly because there's tool pressure. So after I've done the fourth pass, I'm going to do a quick finish pass, and this will take off any extra material from the tool pressure. As before, I'm going to put oil on, I'm going to start the lathe and turn on the power feed. For the fifth pass, this is just going to be a light pass. I'm not going to change the cross slide depth at all. The pressure that the tool presses on the workpiece causes it to not cut to full depth. So this will be just a very, very light pass as it goes across. This will relieve any pressure from the tool itself pressing on the workpiece. Now that I've done my finish pass, I'm going to measure the diameter and see how close we came. Here we are at right at 0.95, our target diameter. Another thing you could see using a finish pass is the finish itself is much better. It's shinier and you could barely feel any roughness to it. And that is all there is to turning on the lathe. You secure your workpiece, you do a first pass, you measure it, see where you are, and then you make multiple passes slowly going in. And then on the last pass, you do not move the cross slide in anymore. You do a finish pass. This will give you a very light cut on it, but the surface finish is much better and it should end up right at your target diameter. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe for more do-it-yourself and how-to videos.